Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Robert.
And we're the Film Flamers.
Welcome to our bonus content.
This episode, we're going to talk about potential sequels for Suspiria. We know they exist, we're not stupid, but I have not seen the sequels, so we're going to talk about them anyway.
What's a whole trilogy? And I've only seen the second one and not the third one, so I might as well just make my fucking own.
So my idea for a Suspiria sequel is that, you know what Wes Craven did for Nightmare on Elm Street, for the one where they actually he is Wes Craven in the film.
Oh, New Nightmare?
New Nightmare, and yeah. So I think Goblin, the band, should come into the story and just start playing on street corners and magic starts happening. No, my real idea is that there's a void. There is a void where once Susie has destroyed the coven in Freiburg, Germany, one of the three, as far as I know from what I've read, one of the three, I guess, epicenters of witchdom in the world is gone. There's one in Rome and one in New York, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, of course, that's not in the film, so I could make up anything I want. But at the same time, I think there's a void there. I think they're trying to do something a la Doctor Strange with the protection or control of the world or something at three different centers or something. And for those of you who've actually seen Doctor Strange, it's actually really good. Tilda Swinton.
Oh, she's a little boy.
She is not a little boy.
Keep going.
Smack you right across your mouth. How dare you?
How very dare you, Tilda?
Tilda Swinton is my queen. What? Anyway, so there's a void, and so the other two queens come together. The only person that can replace a queen and start a new coven is the person who ended the last one's life. So they must go and recruit Susie through any means possible to become the new Queen of the Witches' Coven in Freiburg, Germany.
Oh, that's a really good take on it, Chris. I would have never even thought about that.
Yeah. So they've lost, just like in The Craft, where they have to have a circle to be at full power. Right? So these people have, these other queens, they have a stake in it, and they have lots and lots of resources at their disposal. Right? And they're not as petty as the Coven in Freiburg was, where they're just going to kill whatever blind man comes across their path. Yeah, they're not chasing after teenage girls in the wilderness. They're big business and big politics, right? Freiburg was big dance, but things are going to change.
Big dance.
Right?
Oh my God.
So they've got Susie, and they're gonna give her everything they can. They're going to give her all the things she wants, everything in her dreams, a la Devil's Advocate. And they're going to offer her the world on a satin pillow, and it is going to be very tempting, and she's going to go along with it for a little while. The power is just too tempting, but she sees herself being corrupted. And being our wonderful, studious brunette final girl that she is, she stops herself before the final ritual to become the queen, and she destroys herself along with the other two witches and ends all of the epicenters of witchdom on Earth in one foul swoop. And that's the end of the movie. And Goblin shrieks away during the credits.
Oh my God. That was it's almost tragic.
Yeah, but it was awesome. Wouldn't it have been an awesome ending? She finally realizes what she's done and what she's doing.
Would, yeah.
And she just destroys everything. She ends it in a certain way where she tricks them. She needs to get them all at that final ritual or whatever they're doing, the ritual of Chud.
Oh, don't sue us, Steven. Mine's a little different. I think I took mine.
The ritual of Chum. They're sailors.
Christians, humans. Something with a U.
Is it actually? Is the ritual of Chud? Is that actually an acronym for something?
I don't think so.
And Stephen King's
So, the way that I think the sequel should really do is just take the movie in a separate direction altogether. I love horror movies, but I also love horror action movies, and I really want to see a continuation where she becomes this great witch hunter. She's gathered all this knowledge about witches themselves, and she knows there's two other mothers because they gave her all that
Can one of the mothers be played by Angelica Houston and rip her face mask off and turn little children into mice?
Well, that's already a movie. We can't just copy.
Damn it. We should make them famous. One of them should be Bette Midler. And the other one should be Angelica Houston.
I mean, we can cast it however we want to. I'm just saying that she goes off and she's like, I'm a witch hunter now.
And then Tilda Swinton can play like their little Igor character.
No Tilda Swinton. I will not love her until I see Suspiria. So she comes out and she's like, I'm a witch hunter, and she goes through all these like trainings, and she's like defeated smaller witches, and she needs a sidekick, so she goes and get Olga, and Olga's gonna be her sidekick, and they travel the world, and they finally come across that old man who gave her all that information. He was like, well, I have all these books now, let's go find these other two mothers, whatever his fucking name was. And the three of them travel to New York to defeat the next mother, and then to Rome to defeat the final one. And they just end up being like...
montage.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want like putting armbands on to like some 80s rock music, or like tying a fucking headband on and like lifting a weight.
Let's rock!
But then there's like a one secret overarching witch, like that she appears, like breaks to the roof of a house, like Dead Alive style, like the mother, and like tries to put them all into her womb.
Oh, that could be Olga. Her fucking sidekick just like betrays her, and she becomes like another witch. I don't know. I just like totally see this like amazing 80s action horror movie, a la like, I don't know, Running Man.
Like,
you know,
like I said, Hobo with a shotgun. It's Susie with a shotgun.
Yeah. Well, I still haven't seen that yet. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, you need to. Everyone needs to see Hobo with a shotgun.
Either way, I'm writing this sequel like currently. So, I mean,
yeah, we're always going to write the sequels. We've got Copycat 2 on the line. You know, we've got
I put
Suspiria.
that on hold to watch. I'm writing Suspiria. I'm going to write this. I think it would be great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, tell us what you think. Tell us what your ideas are for a Suspiria remake, or not remake, but sequel that already doesn't exist.
Or just tell us how you like the actual
Just
sequel.
because there are already 2 sequels and a remake doesn't mean you can't have your own ideas too.
Suspend your own personal belief.
Yes.
Tell us what you want to hear from us. We're open to every suggestion. We love you guys.
Yeah, we really do. We're your biggest fan.
I'm sure we're going to cut all of this. But until then,
Sweet
Sweet
dreams. Oh wait, that's your bit.
we can do it together. Sounds good.
No, that's your thing.
Let's harmonize it.
Okay. Sweet dreams.
Motherfucker.